much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz that puts obscure knowledge to the test. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, we're Peter and Dan, and we're mates from Hull.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Damien from West London, and this is Dimitri from Birmingham.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Nicola. This is my partner Andrew, and we're from Aberdeen.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Rose. This is my brother Bill. I'm from Sale and Bill's from Chorley.
And these are today's contestants. Thanks very much, all of you. Lovely to have you with us. A very warm welcome. So that just leaves one more person for me to introduce. The Bernie Madoff of our very own Pointless Pyramid Scheme. Is my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Afternoon. Afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
High-scoring show last time.
Oh, it was.
It really was. That continued all the way into the final round as well, you'd be delighted to hear. Hundreds all over the place, weren't they?
Yeah.
Quite something.
Yeah.
Two teams returning for that. Andrew and Nicola, welcome back. Got through to the head-to-head. Peter and Dan, welcome back as well. Dan gave us a lovely answer of... of Arthur Ashe for a 2018 tennis Grand Slam semi-finalist, I think. But, listen, it can only go better, right?
That's the plan.
Oh, wow, imagine if it goes worse. Oh, I'd like to see that.
Thank you very much, Richard. So Sophie and Lee didn't win the jackpot last time, which means we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £3,000. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. And remember, it's the pair with the highest score that gets eliminated at the end of each round. So nice low scores from all of you at all times and in all places. Dan, I'm not looking at anyone apart from you, really, there. But best of luck, all four pairs. Our first category today is Women in History. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns women who changed the world. Richard.
Yeah, in 2018, BBC History magazine had a poll of the 100 women who changed the world. We're going to give you 7 descriptions on each pass of women who are in that list of 100. Just have to tell us who they are, please. You'll also see the initials.
Thanks very much, Richard. OK, so let's reveal our first board of 7 clues. All these are women who changed the world. And we have got British Queen of the Iceni, who led a revolt against Roman rule before being defeated by Paulinus. B. US mathematician and computer pioneer. In 2017, Yale University renamed one of its colleges in her honour, GH. English writer whose first published novel was Sense and Sensibility, J.A. Mexican artist portrayed by Salma Hayek in a 2002 film, F.K. French designer, her 1926 little black dress was described by American Vogue as the frock all the world will wear, C.C. Nurse born in Jamaica in 1805, who was voted the greatest Black Briton in a 2004 survey, M.S., and Warsaw-born scientist who won 2 Nobel Prizes in the early 20th century, M.C. I'll read those one last time. British Queen of the Iceni, who led a revolt against Roman rule before being defeated by Paulinus. US mathematician and computer pioneer. In 2017, Yale University renamed one of its colleges in her honour. English writer whose first published novel was Sense and Sensibility. Mexican artist portrayed by Salma Hayek in a 2002 film. French designer, her 1926 little black dress was described by American Vogue as the frock all the world will wear. Nurse born in Jamaica in 1805, who was voted the greatest Black Briton in a 2004 survey. And Warsaw-born scientist who won 2 Nobel Prizes in the early 20th century. There we are. Dan, welcome back to Pointless. There was a round 2 exit last time. We'll have no repeat of that.
No.
No. Absolutely not. Remind us all about yourself, Dan.
Yes, so I'm a trainee train driver from Hull. In my spare time, I do like to get involved. I like to get involved with things. And at Christmas, for the past few years, I've played Father Christmas in local primary school. So I really enjoy doing that.
That's good. When you are Father Christmas, what voice do you go for? Do you speak in your own voice, or do you adopt a more Christmassy voice?
I try to adopt a more Christmassy voice.
Yeah, there we go.
Hold on a minute.
Whoa! Happy Christmas, everyone.
Happy Christmas, everybody.
Wow.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, that was lovely. Do you have presents in a bag?
Presents in a bag, yeah. Some of the teachers give them to us.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah, the kids
good
love
for
it.
you. They do. And I think you probably love it too.
Oh, it's brilliant, yeah, really good.
Excellent, Dan. Now then, This board of women who changed the world. How are we feeling about it?
There's a couple I'm confident with. The one I'm going to go for is Boadicea for the top one.
Interesting to hear it, Boadicea. That's what I was taught, Boadicea. Everyone now says Boudica.
Boudica.
I think Boadicea is prettier.
Yeah.
Boadicea. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Boadicea. 65. 65, not bad. Gets us off to a good start.
Yeah, 14th in the public vote. It used to be spelled differently, which is why we used to call it Boadicea.
Yeah, there we go. Damien, welcome. Very good to have you here from West London.
That's right.
What do you do, Damien?
I'm a space planner for a garden centre company.
Oh, if you just said space planner, I'd have thought, oh. Basically going, yeah, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the right.
That was the whole of Britain on Space Planner. They all looked up. Then Garden Centre, they went, oh, okay.
Yeah, garden centre. Actually, no, space planner and a garden centre, because I mean, the garden centre is your oyster there. Not a lot of space to play with.
No, you have to analyse space about how, if roses earned enough to warrant the space they take up. It's
when you say
fascinating.
earned, do you mean are they put in an urn enough? Or
Exactly that,
yeah, there we are.
exactly that,
Good, good. OK, now, Damien, what are you going to go for on our board here?
I know a few, but I think I'm going to go for the French designer, little back dress, and say Coco Chanel.
Coco Chanel says, Damien, let's see how many of our 100 people said Coco Chanel. Down to 64. It's a lower score than Dan's by a point.
Yeah, she was 45th in that vote.
Thank you very much, Richard. Nicola, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself.
I work in project management for an oil and gas company in Aberdeen.
OK. Now, the other thing we discovered about you last time was you've appeared at Crufts many times. You've had a best in show, is it, or best in breed? And you've been, I think you've won best handler. Is that right? Is that
I used to compete in like the young kennel club kind of handling competitions there as well. So won that a few times.
So, at what age did you first start going along?
6. I started as soon as I could. I was in there.
That's
doing
amazing.
it now, so it's really good.
And I imagine there's a lot of etiquette, isn't there?
Yeah,
There's a lot of things you have to
training.
observe.
Oh yeah, and I mean I've got Irish setters and bless them, they're not always the smartest breed, so you have to kind of encourage them a little bit.
That's good. And the judges at Crufts, are they quite scary?
Yes, they can be very stern.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Of course, very serious.
Yeah.
OK, now, Nicola,
Yes.
what are you going to go for? Whom are you going to go for on this board?
It's not my greatest category, but I'm going to have a guess at the bottom one, MC, and hopefully say Marie Curie.
Marie Curie, says Nicola. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Marie Curie. .46. Very well done. This is all moving in the right direction. 46 for Marie Curie.
Yeah, she was #1 on that list. During the First World War, she offered her Nobel Prize medals to the French government to melt down, and they refused to take them.
Oh, Nobel on both scores.
Isn't it just?
Yeah.
First person ever to win 2 Nobel Prizes.
Thanks very much indeed. Now, Rose, welcome to Pointers.
Thanks for having us.
Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Rose.
I'm currently a stay-at-home mum, so taking a little career break to look after my 2 little girls.
What are your girls called?
They're called Bonnie and Blossom.
Bonnie and Blossom. That's nice.
That's nice.
Very
we already had
nice.
Rose, now we got Blossom.
Nice. Were you thinking of that? Was that nice?
The floral theme, absolutely.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, what are your interests, Rose?
When I do get a bit of free time, I just like to relax. No weird and wacky hobbies for me. Just,
Just
a day at the
relaxation.
spa, lunch with friends. I read a lot. Telly addict.
These are all good. These are brilliant things. How nice. Spa.
Yeah.
And then lunch with friends. It's in the toweling dressing gown, maybe. It's nice.
100%.
Glass of rosé.
Definitely.
Why not?
Yeah.
Kids aren't out of school for a little while.
You got it.
Very good. I'm not endorsing drink, by the way. I'm just getting into the thing. Rose, you're the last person to have this board.
Sure.
Do you want to talk us through the board and fill in any blanks?
Yeah, I'll have a go. So I wish I knew the mathematician one. I definitely don't. English writer Jane Austen. The nurse, I actually don't know. So I'm going to go for the Mexican artist Frida Kahlo, please.
Frida Kahlo, the Mexican artist. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Frida Kahlo. It's right. Well, our lowest score is 46, and you pass it. Look at that. Down to go to 22. Very well done, Rose.
Well, Well played, Rose. Very good answer. You're right about Jane Austen. You were right to avoid her as well. Jane Austen would have scored you 88 points.
Ooh.
MS is
Mary Seacole.
Mary Seacole. And the best answer on the board, US mathematician and computer pioneer. 3 points if you said Grace Hopper.
Thank you very much, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 22, the best score of the pass. Well done to you, Rose. I'd say Rose and Bill looking very strong on the back of that. Then 46 is where we find Nicola and Andrew. 64, Damien and Dimitri. And then just 1 point above that, Dan and Peter. So, Peter, let's hope you can find a nice low scorer at the end just to finish off the round for us, and that should keep you in the game. Best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, we're going to put 7 more clues to women who changed the world up on the board, and here they come. We have got politician who became the first female Prime Minister of India in 1966, IG. Scientist whose work contributed to the discovery of the molecular structure of DNA, RF. German pianist born in 1805, whose brother Felix published some of her compositions under his name, FM. French military hero known as the Maid of Orleans, JOA. American aviator who successfully undertook a solo non-stop flight across the Atlantic Ocean in May 1932, AE. Seamstress who refused to give up her seat on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama, awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1996, RP, and hospital reformer. In 1974, International Nurses' Day was first celebrated on the anniversary of her birth, FN. I'll read those all one last time. Politician who became first female Prime Minister of India in 1966. Scientist whose work contributed to the discovery of the molecular structure of DNA. German pianist born in 1805, whose brother Felix published some of her compositions under his name. French military hero known as the Maid of Orleans. American aviator who successfully undertook a solo non-stop flight across the Atlantic Ocean in May 1932. Seamstress who refused to give up her seat on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama, awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1996, and hospital reformer in 1974, International Nurses' Day was first celebrated on the anniversary of her birth. There we are. Bill, welcome to Pointless.
Thank you.
Tell us all about Bill.
So I work for a local council. I'm a tree officer. So I survey the trees in the parks and the public open spaces, and we look after the protected trees. Obviously, with the challenges with climate change, planting trees is one of the best things we can do. So we're trying to retain the ones we've got and plant as many.
Of course, because the thing everyone loves in a built-up area is trees. It's the thing that defines. People always say a nice leafy suburb or something like that, don't they? Yeah. Trees are a good thing. So, Bill, you're on 22. Best score of the pass from Rose there. So that set you up nicely. What were you going to go for here?
I think I'm going to go for the Indian politician. And I'd like to say Indira Gandhi.
Indira Gandhi says, Bill, here is your red line. If you can get below this red line with Indira Gandhi, you are already through to the next round. Let's see what happens. Indira Gandhi. There we are, 52. 52, looking pretty strong on that basis. I'd say 74 is your total.
Yes, she had 2 terms as Prime Minister of India, educated at Oxford University, amongst many other places.
Thank you very much, Richard. Andrew, welcome back. Tell us all about yourself again.
I'm a police officer from Aberdeen. Recently, we have just completed our first 10-kilometre race. Unfortunately, Nicola put me to the post by 2 minutes, though. So she has the bragging rights in the house just now.
Oh, Andrew. 2 minutes?
Yeah, unfortunately.
At what stage did she pull ahead?
About 5 kilometres, and I had no chance.
That was it.
That was it.
That was it. Andrew, you're on 46. Your target at this stage is 27 to get through to the next round.
I'm going to go with the bottom option, Florence Nightingale.
Florence Nightingale, says Andrew. Here is your red line. Get below that. Through you go. It's ooh, 78. Popular answer, that one. 124 is your total.
Yeah, May the 12th is International Nurses' Day. She was 9th on the list.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Dimitri, tell us all about yourself.
I'm currently unemployed, having just been made redundant. Previously, I worked in space planning, like Damien does, but working for an entertainment retailer. So instead of moving flowers around, it was moving CDs and LPs, DVDs, that sort of stuff, T-shirts, deciding where to place them, where the best place for them to be seen is. that sort of stuff.
So space planning, is that kind of is that a retail? I mean,
Yes, it's retail.
Is your background in retail
Yes,
trading?
I've always
rather
worked in
than-
retail. I worked for 27 years in retail.
I see. So
at various levels.
That is, it's all about how you draw
Yeah.
people in, how you...
Yeah.
And I guess that sort of entertainment shop that you were in, entertainment retailer, they just don't, they're online now, aren't they, I guess?
There is a lot of that, yeah.
So that's a shame. So where have you got your eye on? What area do you want to move into?
I'm not really sure, really. But after 27 years working for the same company, it's
Quite nice
it's
to have a change.
New horizons, maybe.
Yeah, OK, that's good. Dimitri, you're on 64. The high score is 124. 59 or less is your target.
I'm going to go for American aviator Amelia Earhart.
Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart. There is your red line. Get below that with Amelia Earhart, and you are through to the next round. How many people said it? It's right. You're through. Down it goes to 44. Very well done indeed.
Yeah, it disappeared in 1937. Funnily enough, a few years ago, another Amelia Earhart did the same journey and completed it. Presumably named after her or in honour of her.
Surely. There we are. Thank you very much, Richard. Now, Peter, welcome back to Pointless. Now, I know there is an onerous task just ahead of you, just a little bit ahead of you there, but before we embark on that, remind us all about yourself.
So I'm a conference producer. I live in London right now, but I'm originally from Hull.
OK, working in shipping. Shipping conferences. Very good. And what are your interests when the conferences are over?
Into comedy. We do our podcast, and we try to every week, like comedy shows, Love Armstrong and Miller, for example. Obviously, Ben Miller's the preference.
I might subscribe to this podcast. I like the sound of it.
It's actually very good. I've heard it. I'm a subscriber. So what do you do? Just chat? And the podcast is kind of just
about absolute
topical?
nonsense. Sometimes topical. Sometimes we set each other challenges, yeah.
Very good. Very good. Now, 65 is the score you're on at the moment. 58 is your target. Do you want to talk us through all those unanswered ones?
I would love to, but I don't know any of them. Scientists have no idea, and I don't know what the other for the seamstress who wouldn't give up her seat. So I don't know. I'm just going to have to hope that Joan of Arc is low enough, which it won't be, but I'll go for Joan of Arc, French military hero.
Joan of Arc. 58. Let's see. How many of our 100 people said Joan of Arc? There's your red line. He's right. Oh, Peter, bad luck. I'm afraid that's 82 for Joan of Arc, taking your total up to 147.
Let's go through the rest of these, shall we? There's quite a few here that would have seen you through. And now RP, she was second on the list of women who changed the world. Rosa Parks, of course. She would have scored you 39 points. Scientist, who she didn't get a Nobel Prize for this, because that's how things worked back in those days. But Rosalind Franklin, fortunately now getting some of the credit that she deserves. 5 points for that. And do you know the FM?
Fanny Mendelssohn.
Fanny Mendelssohn is the right answer. 9 points for that. So the best answer on the board is Rosalind Franklin. Well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed. So at the end of our first round, the pair we are sending home with our high score of 147. Peter and Dan, one of our returning pairs. I'm sorry to say goodbye to you so early, but it's been great having you on the show. Good luck with the train driving.
Thank you.
Good luck with the conferences. Thanks so much, Peter and Dan. But for the remaining three pairs, it is now time for round two. And there we are, down to three pairs. Very well done, Bill and Rose, our low-scoring pair, and Rose, our lowest individual scorer. Actually, by some margin, 22 is a great score, so well done to you. Andrew and Nicola, whew, made it through slightly by the skin of your teeth. And Dimitri and Damien, not bad. Best luck to all three pairs. Our category for round two today is chemistry. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many chemical elements with an even number of letters in their names as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any chemical element as of the beginning of 2018, please, with an even number of letters in its name. We're taking the official IUPAC periodic table and the spellings on that, please. So just any chemical element with an even number of letters in its name.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed. Damien.
Just working out even letters in my head. I've got one. I'm going to go with Darmstadtium.
Darmstadium. That's a lot of counting you had to do on your fingers there.
That was very quick. I think we edited a bit out there. It wasn't. That was in real time.
Darmstadium. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. It's right. Oh, it's looking good. And it's a pointless answer. Very well done indeed, David. Hats off to you. That's a pointless answer. Adds £250 to today's jackpot. Takes the total up to £3,250. Scores you nothing. Earns you a massive round of applause and our undying respect. Very well done.
That's a sensational answer, isn't it? Firstly, done very quickly. Secondly, it's a really long one. Thirdly, it's got like that sort of slightly silent D in the middle of it as well.
That's where I was falling down.
Oh,
yeah, I was
there you
thinking,
go.
oh, that's not going to work. No,
Very,
yeah.
very impressive answer. Well played.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Andrew, follow that.
Difficult one to go and follow, but we'll go with Europium.
Europium. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Oh, down to one. Very, very strong indeed, Andrew. Well done. One.
Good round so far, yeah, Europium. They actually have it in Euro banknotes as well, because it shines red under UV light, so you can tell if they're a forgery or not.
Oh, how nice, how appropriate. They must have been thrilled with that.
They must have been delighted when they found that out.
Thank you very much. Now then, Bill.
I'll say Nihonium.
Nihonium. It doesn't look like I don't know what he said, does it, at all? Let's see, Nihonium. Oh, it sounds good. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. It's right. That's another pointless answer. Very well done indeed, Bill. That adds £250 to today's jackpot, now taking it up to £3,500. Scores you nothing, earns you our undying respect.
Beautifully done. That was one of the new ones that came in, Nihonium.
Oh, Nihonium, yes, exactly.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, wouldn't want to be Andrew right about now with his enormous 1 point. Very well played, everybody. Terrific round.
Very strong. Yes, well, let's have a little look at those scores. 2 pointless answers there. Well done, Damien. Well done, Bill. And Andrew, yes, as Richard says, that's a mountain. Mountain of a score. So, Nicola, good luck atoning for that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? There we are. Now, Rose, remember, we're looking for chemical elements with an even number of letters in their names.
Yeah, this couldn't really be any worse for me because I learned chemical elements, but I'm really bad with numbers, and especially under pressure.
OK.
So,
the spelling is quite hard.
it's
quite
I'm trying
hard.
to do it on my fingers right now, and then I'm just getting all flustered, and so I don't know whether to take a risk and just go for one and hope that it's even numbers, or just go for like a really short one.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm sorry, Bill. I'm going to go for it. Moscovium.
I was just counting that one through
I've no
myself,
idea.
literally as you did.
Oh, no. Probably. I'm so sorry if it's wrong, Bill.
OK, well, let's see if that's right, Moscovium. There is a red line for you, but it's invisible, except to dogs. On the pointless line there, that is where your line is. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Moscovium. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rose.
It's all right.
Scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 100.
Yeah, sorry, it's 9 letters, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Muscovium would have been a lovely answer, but yeah.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now, Nicola. Nicola, you need to score 98 or less.
Well, I've been literally counting my fingers here for the last couple of minutes.
I can tell you, you've got 10 of them. You've got 10, I can see from here.
But I think I'm going to, hopefully it's right, is aluminium?
Aluminium, says Nicola. OK, there is your red line. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said aluminium. Oh, bad luck. Bad luck, Nicola. I'm afraid that's another incorrect answer. Scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 101.
Yeah, 9 letters again, I'm afraid.
Thank you very much, Richard. OK, now, Dimitri, looking very strong for you. Doesn't matter what you score, you're through to the head-to-head. You are through.
In that case, I can go for it, can't I?
I think you can. Let's have another
and
pointless
make
answer.
sure I'm not 100% of the spelling on this, but I'm going to say Seaborgium.
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 I'm not even going to try counting it up.
I'm hoping it's
I'm going
10.
to put it all in the hands of our column here. Seaborgium. No red line. You're already through. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Seaborgium. It's right. It's another pointless answer. Very, very well done indeed, Dimitri. That adds another £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £3,750, earns you our undying respect, and a round of applause scores you nothing. Well done.
Absolutely terrific. What an end to the round as well. And lovely for Dimitri as well. All the way through that round, he's thinking, oh, God, Damon's got a pointless answer, hasn't he? I'd love a pointless answer. And he got one right at the end. Terrific work. Well done if you said that at home as well. Should we take a look at some pointless answers? There's loads and loads of them. Seaborgium, there we go. Curium, gadolinium. There's Nihonium, osmium, lutetium. It has had promethium, scandium, tantalum. You could have had protactinium, laurentium, rubidium, tennessine, loads and loads of pointless answers there. Should we take a look at the top 3 answers, the ones that most of our 100 people said? We didn't get anywhere near any of these. Gold would have scored you 38. Iron, 40. And oxygen would have scored 51.
That's where oxygen should be.
At the top, well, helium should be, but...
Well, I know, but we're giving, because we do give it quite a lot of...
Gold should be.
I suppose it should, but, we could live without helium. We could live without gold, but really...
I wonder if we could. I bet a scientist would go, I don't know, I imagine if you didn't have helium, they'd tell you what would happen.
It's true.
I'd
just
be all right
opened
without
up.
helium.
I'd be fine.
The only thing that's affected is kids' parties.
And then the adults afterwards go...
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Yeah. A little window into our world there, wasn't it?
Yeah, wasn't it just?
Thank you very much indeed. OK, we are at the end of our second round. We have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, Nicola and Andrew. I'm so sorry. Our other returning pair, it is you to whom we must say goodbye. But it's been lovely having you with us. Thank you so much for playing, Nicola and Andrew. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Damien and Dimitri, Bill and Rose. You're now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £3,750. Look at that. Soared up in that last round. So it's team against team, and it's the first pair to win 2 questions that goes through to the final to play for that jackpot.
Been smart so far, isn't it? A double pointless in the last round as well.
I know.
It's going to be a great underdog story if you can pull this one off. Well, we've seen everything, right?
We have. We've had a run, actually, lately of our golden couples not getting through to the final. So who knows what could happen? Let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns festivals. Richard.
Yeah, I can show you 5 pictures now of parades or festivals from around the world. We'll give you alternate letters of their names as well. Can you tell us what they are, please?
Thanks very much. Let's reveal our 5 parades or festivals, and here they come. A. MRIGA. B. HGAA. C. HL. D. SNKA. And E. OTBRET. There we are, 5 festivals. Damien and Dimitri, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first. Feel free to confer.
We're going to go for C, and it's holy. Holy?
Holy.
Yes, holy.
Holy or holly. OK, Bill and Rose, do you want to talk us through the board?
Yeah, we'll have a go. A, Mardi Gras. Hogmanay. E, Oktoberfest. D is a water festival in Thailand that I've been to, but I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, Rose.
So, should we try and fill it in ourselves and take a guess? Because I don't think the others are going to get as low. Sunskrat?
Sunskrat. OK, Sunskrat. Well done. Let's see. I mean, I'd be well done for trying. I don't know if it's right, but well done.
It's definitely
Sunskrat.
not.
The Sunskrat Festival. Been to Sunskrat?
Oh, yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
The Stone Roses are reforming their headline.
OK, Sunscrat. So we have Holly or Holy, and we have Sunscrat. Damien and Dimitri went for Holly for C. Let's see if that is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Ten. Well done. 10 for Holly. Bill and Rose have gone for the famous Sunscrat. D. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. No! But that was a game attempt. I have to say, hats off to you for trying. That's an incorrect answer, which means Damien and Dimitri, after one question, you're up 1-0.
We do always say in this round, if there's a good answer against you, that's the only way to go. People sometimes sort of chicken out and go for the obvious ones. It's exactly the right way to play it. So you've been there. It is a Thai festival. It's a water... they call it...
Songkrat.
Oh, so close. Songkran. Songkran. It's a pointless answer as well.
Yeah.
They call it the biggest water fight in the world. It's for the traditional Thai New Year, Songkran. Well done if you said that at home or something close to it. Mardi Gras would have scored you only 34 points.
Wow.
Hogmanay, quite a low scorer as well. Perhaps people not quite working out the letters there, would have only scored 42. And the biggest scorer was Oktoberfest, which would have scored you 65.
Thank you very much, Richard. So here is your second question. Bill and Rose, you have to win this one to stay in the game, so best of luck. Our second question today is all about flyover countries. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you the names of 2 cities here. So if you fly the shortest possible route between these 2 cities, what other country do you fly over?
This is fun.
Yeah, interesting.
This is fun. OK, let's reveal our flyover countries, and here they come, 5 of them. We have got Kingston, Jamaica to Miami, USA. Buenos Aires, Argentina to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Helsinki, Finland to Oslo, Norway. Beijing, China to Moscow, Russia. And London, UK to Madrid, Spain. I'll read those one last time. Kingston, Jamaica to Miami, USA. Buenos Aires, Argentina to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Helsinki, Finland to Oslo, Norway. Beijing, China to Moscow, Russia. And London, UK to Madrid, Spain. There we are. Now, Bill and Rose, you get to go first.
OK, we're going to go for the top one. And we're going to have a bit of a guess at Cuba.
Cuba, say Bill and Rose. Cuba. Damien and Dimitri. Do you want to talk us through that board and do some thinking aloud?
Well,
We're confident on 3. Uruguay for the Buenos Aires, Sweden and France.
we're debating whether Beijing to Moscow is Kazakhstan or Mongolia.
I think we're going to go with Uruguay as a more for Buenos Aires, if that's OK.
OK, Uruguay.
Yeah.
So we have Cuba and we have Uruguay. Bill and Rose have gone for Cuba. Let's see if that is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Good answer. 22 for Cuba. Absolutely right. And Damien and Dimitri have gone for Uruguay for the flight between Argentina and Brazil. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Uruguay. It's right. And it wins you the point. Very well done indeed. Down it goes for 13. And it means Damien and Dimitri, after only 2 questions, you are straight through to the final 2-0.
Well played, gents. It's a really good question, isn't it? It's really
good,
interesting.
yeah.
It makes you think laterally. Let's fit a few of these in. Helsinki to Norway, you're quite right, was Sweden. It would have scored you 45. They do actually have a border, Finland and Norway. But if you drove without going through Sweden, if you drove all the way up and then all the way down, it'd take you 40 hours. So probably best to fly via Sweden, I would say. London to Madrid is, of course, France. That would have scored you 77. And China, you're right with one of your answers.
Kazakhstan.
Mongolia. Mongolia. So you did well to avoid it. Actually scored more points than Uruguay anyway. Would have scored you 18 points.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round. Bill and Rose, I'm afraid it is you, but we'll see you again next time. We'll look forward to that very much. You played incredibly well today.
Thank you.
Well done. Bill and Rose, thanks so much. But for Damien and Dimitri, it is now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Damien and Dimitri. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £3,750. Yeah, if I was that jackpot, I'd be feeling a little bit vulnerable round about now. It's been a phenomenal performance right across the show. 2 pointless answers we've had from you, and just a masterful display of general knowledge. I really enjoyed that new question in the head-to-head round.
Flyover country.
Yeah, there are flyover countries. I honestly thought we were going to have to identify countries by some pictures of flyovers, but there we are. No, I think you really made the most of that one, so well done. What do you want to see come up in this last round?
I'd like film or sport.
Music would be quite good. Geography, I'm a keen geographer, so...
Nothing nature.
Nothing nature.
Sounds like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. OK, well, as always, you get to choose your category from the 4 we put up on the board. Let's hope there's something here you like the look of. Today's selection reads like this. Brit Award winners in the 2010s, triple achievements in sport, astronauts, and stage musicals based on films.
Well, much as I said film, I don't like musicals, so that rules out film.
As much as I said music, Brit Award winners in the 2010s is tough, isn't it?
Astronauts I know nothing about as well. Sport.
Yeah, let's do it.
OK, the triple achievements it is.
OK, questions on 3 different sports here. Hopefully one of them suits you. We're looking for any of the following, please. We're looking for the name of any horse which has ever won the Triple Crown in either the US or the UK up to 2018. We are looking for any batsman who has ever scored a triple century in a Test innings, any male batsman who's ever scored a triple century in a Test innings up to March 2019. Or we are looking for any player who's ever scored at 3 separate men's World Cups, please. So Triple Crown winning horses, UK and US, any batsman with a triple century in a Test, or any player who scored at 3 separate World Cups, please.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now, as always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Rule out the horses, yeah?
Yes, we like the horses.
Kumar Sangakkara, I'm pretty sure, for cricket.
OK.
Graham Gooch, Sachin Tendulkar, maybe
Matthew
not.
Hayden.
Did Hayden get one?
I thought Matthew Hayden got
I'm not sure about Mahela Jayawardene. Brian Lara's too obvious.
Yeah, Gooch scored, yeah.
Gooch and Lara are too obvious, but I think Sangakkara.
I'm thinking... Why don't we go with Sangakkara's one, for sure? I feel quite confident.
What about World
Any
Cup?
other Sri Lankan batsmen?
I don't know about Mahela Jayawardene.
I think if we don't have another one, I think it's worth going for Jayawardene.
What about World Cup?
World Cup, I mean, what, Thomas Muller?
Miroslav Klose.
Too obvious, I think. Thomas Muller would have scored in 3 World Cups. What about other countries that have played in 3 World Cups?
About old players. Would someone like Eusebio have done? Let's guess in that.
I think it's too obvious. Lothar Matthäus?
10 seconds left.
He played in 5, he scored in 19.
Hanif Mohammed, cricketer. Pakistan cricketer, scored triple century, I'm sure.
Well, why don't we go for... Definitely. Why don't we go for the 3?
What, Matthew Hayden?
There's your time up.
OK, all 3 we're going for batsmen with triple century Test innings.
OK.
We're going to go for Matthew Hayden.
Matthew Hayden.
For Australia, if it matters. Kumar Sangakkara from Sri Lanka.
Sangakkara.
And I think Hanif Mohammed scored one for Pakistan many years ago.
Hanif Mohammed.
He might be the first one to do it, if my brain's right.
Those 3, I think your brain probably is right.
I'm not so sure.
Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
I think Hanif Mohammed.
Mohammed will put last. Hanif Mohammed last. OK, least likely?
I'm not sure about Matthew Hayden, to be honest.
I'm not sure about Sangakkara. I think one of those did it, but I don't know if both of them did it, so I would think Sangakkara maybe.
OK, put Sangakkara first, and Hayden goes in the middle.
Yeah.
OK, but let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got Kumar Sangakkara, Matthew Hayden, and Hanif Mohammed. Well, very, very best of luck. If you were to win that jackpot, £3,750, what would you like to do with it, Damien?
I think I'd get some driving lessons. I'm probably one of the few people of my age who can't yet drive. So I think I'd get some driving lessons and then treat my partner and to a holiday.
Lovely. Dimitri, how about you?
Well, I like cycling in my spare time, and there's an old equation that every cyclist needs whatever amount of bikes he's got plus 1. So a new bike might be nice, if I can get it past my wife, failing that holiday.
Very good. Well, best of luck to both of you. 3 good answers here. Let's take your first one, Kumar Sangakkara. In the case of all 3, we were looking for batsmen with triple century test innings. You have gone for Kumar Sangakkara as the one you thought was probably least likely to be pointless. But let's put it to the test. See how many of our 100 people said Kumar Sangakkara. This for £3,750. Well, it's absolutely right.
Getting it right.
Kumar Sangakkara now taking us down through the 20s into the teens. We are into single figures, still going down, still going down. You've done it! Very well done indeed. Fantastic. Well, what about that? Congratulations. Kumar Sangakkara was a pointless answer, which means you go home with that jackpot of £3,750. Brilliant work, guys.
Was it ever in doubt with these two? Amazing performance all the way through, gents. Very well played. Yeah, that was a pointless answer. Matthew Hayden was a correct answer. Would have scored you 1 point. Hanif Mohammed was a correct answer. Would also have scored you 1 point.
Well done.
Nice. Jaya Wardner would have been a pointless answer if you said Jaya Wardner, so well done if you did at home. Listen, we'll start with the horses and then we'll get on to the cricket and the football. Here are some Triple Crown winning horses. Affirmed, Barham, Diamond Jubilee, Justify. Every Triple Crown winner was pointless apart from Count Fleet, Nijinsky, Seattle Sluice, Sir Barton, American Pharaoh, Gallant Fox and Secretariat. Every other Triple Crown winner was a pointless answer, so well done if you said one. Now, those cricketers, let's take a little look. Brendan McCullum was a pointless answer. Hashim Amla, there's Sangakkara. Michael Clark as well. You also could have had Inzamam ul Haq would have been a pointless answer. Mark Taylor. Jayasuriya was a pointless answer. Virender Sehwag, who's done it twice, he was a pointless answer as well. Well done if you said any of them. And the footballers, loads and loads of names here. Very famous names as well. Luis Suarez is pointless. Closer was pointless. You said him. You said he'd be too obvious. Roberto Baggio, Michel Platini. You could have Arjen Robben, Clint Dempsey, formerly of Fulham. David Villa, Cavani, Hierro. Batistuta was a pointless answer. Henrik Larsson, Javier Hernandez. Joe Jordan was a pointless answer for any Scots who said him. Lothar Matthäus, who you also mentioned, I think he was a pointless answer. Rao, Robin van Persie, Rudy Voller, Tim Cahill, Uwe Saylor. Loads and loads of pointless answers there. Very well done if you said any of those at home.
Thanks very much, Richard, and thanks once again to our winning players, Damien and Dimitri, who take away today's jackpot of £3,750. Brilliant. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.